Alright, party people, what's up? I'm Shmoe. This is my yellow-tailed Crebo yellow wolf. Go look at my shirt. He just ate yesterday, so he got a rat in his belly. So, I'm gonna try and handle him gently. But pretty much, I just wanna talk about some shit. I'm selling a bunch of stuff, and everyone's asking me, hey, are you getting rid of everything? What's going on? What's the deal? Let's put yellow wolf back. But yeah, everyone's asking me, hey, what's going on? Are you getting rid of everything? Are you selling everything? Can I buy some Crebos? No, I'm not selling everything. I just happened to sell one Crebo, and now it's just luck of the draw showed up. I'll explain that in a minute. But pretty much, I'm just dialing everything in, right? So the Asian water monitor that I had, Slick Rick, I wanted to sell him because I wanted to get rid of all of my lizards. Once I got the Tegu and the monitor, I realized I don't want any more fucking lizards because lizards are a pain in the ass. They're super cool, I respect them. If you're dealing with a bunch of lizards, fucking props to you. I ain't got the time for that, I ain't got the patience for that. So snakes are where it's at for me. Now, when dialing it into snakes, I had a big plethora of, I love all of these colubrids, okay? I started pretty much with corn snakes, bull snakes, and just worked my way up. I started buying wild caught shit. I got things with mites and diseases and killed off half my collection and learned from that point. I got a quarantine and made moves from there, and that was a big turning point. I thought it was the end of the world when that happened. The first time I got mites and bunch of my collection died, I thought it was the end of the world. I'm so glad, and I realized it right as I was going through it, I would rather have it happen with that collection at that time versus later on down the line when I have more stuff, more expensive stuff. Fast forward, okay, I started getting some captive bred animals of the wild caught ones that I was buying, and then also started just saving up. Instead of buying more snakes at a cheaper price, I would get less snakes at a more expensive price, because once you get one and you realize that you get what you pay for and you start dealing with better people, customer service, however you want to explain it, you just like working with people more than others, smaller people versus bigger companies, however you want to do it. And that's how I got the dry mark on the Crebos. And I was also after. I was going to expos first thing in the morning. As soon as they start, I would try and be the first one in line. I would try and get tickets beforehand if I could. You hunt for the person if you're searching for them, go and check their stuff out, and then make your lap around. And that first lap around should be scanning, looking for anything you want. And if you need to buy it right then and there, you could, but I like to maybe run past unless you know for sure, hey, I won't have another option. I want to spend the cash that I brought on this for sure, and dump it right there. But pretty much go and jam, do that first lap, see if they want anything. That's how you get what the stuff that I really wanted to get, pretty much. As well as emailing and just being persistent with it, right? And ask questions if you need to ask questions, and show up with the money if you have the money. Fucking send it to them. Hey, I want this snake, you have it, boom. What's your PayPal? Send it to you, one and done, okay? Everything ate yesterday, so I don't want to handle them too much. And then I also fed damn near everything again today, because I just happened to sell Charles Manson, the big black-tailed Crebo. This one's very bittersweet for me, but basically, he wasn't for sale, okay? But I had Violet up on Morph Market, I had her for sale. She had a deposit down on her. And then I also put Ouija up for sale, who's the male. Okay, having Ouija up for sale, someone in the area was able to come by, was interested in Ouija, and then he was also interested in Violet at the same time, so he wanted to pick up the pair, okay? At this time, I had already hit up the dude who has the deposit down on her, and kind of just let him know everything was going on, and we had came to a perfect conclusion, and told him I'd let him know what happens, and we go from there. Now, he came pick up the 2 Taiwan beauties, and I gotta hand it to you, man. This is why I sold you the Crebo, because the way you made the offer, the way we could chop it up for a while, it lets me know 2 things, okay? Lets me know that I'm on the right track, because I could recognize it when I see it, okay? And I'm on the right track with, this is how I'm going about stuff, okay? This is how I acquired the stuff that I acquired. This is how I got a lot of the stuff that I got, was showing up the way you showed up, with a plan, and also a plan B with, I'm going to get this, but I also want some more of this. So just the whole thing about it, that's how I would show up, and that's how I got these animals. So I don't really want to pull everything out, okay? Everything just ate, and then ate, not yesterday, but Saturday night, and it's Tuesday right now. So Basically what I'm saying, I'm not getting rid of everything, okay? The money that I got, a lot of it's going right back into the snake room. We're getting caging, we're getting racks, we're getting, you know, a lot of it's gonna go back into food, get mice and rats and stock everything back up, you know, everything kind of slimmed down, so I gotta do another big order and do a steady order of them. So, you know, I got new racks coming from Free to Breeder. That's a Honda Civic, you know what I mean? So we got that coming, and that's gonna be here in a few months, so I'm just kind of preparing everything for that, and I keep doing this and talking my hands. Let's do like an appreciation showing of the things that I have, okay? Because things are really getting dialed in, okay? Long live fucking Charles Manson. His spirit is here forever. He's not gone, okay? But he was sold, and I couldn't be happier to who I sold it to. That's why I sold it to you, you know what I mean? The average person that would just walk up and buy a snake, they don't make it happen like that. You made it happen, so I gotta respect it, and I couldn't say no. So you can't say no. Definitely wasn't an easy decision, but it's a quick decision. You gotta make fucking quick decisions. All right, let's show everything. We'll show almost everything. You guys haven't seen this for a while. I still have her, big old boa. All right, her name's Leatherface. She got a big old belly because she got a rat in there. And I put her in this rack system because I had her in a tank or a cage for a while, and then she wasn't eating for a minute, so I just put her back in the tub, fed her Saturday night. Fucking perfect. We got the pied, female pied retic. I don't have a name for her. Pied albino. Alright, we got this crazy little fucker, dwarf retic, hiding. Need some water. Just give him some water. Okay, also need to clean it. We'll get to that later. Alright, we got Mochi, the only ball python in the collection. And then, put that one there. We got Cruella, who is the white speck. And then, Billie Jean, female Texas. Okay, we got Guar, who you guys already saw Guar. That's the little baby yellowtail that I showed. Okay, Pearl, says Blasco. It also says Danger. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Hey, for the splodies, okay? But we got Pearl, we got Holly Mile, who's in shed. I think the Spilodies is hiding, right? So that's the tiger rat snake. Billy Idol's the other Texas Indigo, okay? Yellow Wolf, you guys already saw. That's the big yellowtail Crebo. Boom, there's Metroid. We got Simba. We use Hectic Manthic. He's also my only male now. Boom. This cage is empty. That's what the boa was in, and then I just pulled her out. The light bulb actually died, and then that's why I pulled her out, and I haven't replaced the light bulb. But now I just like having her in the rack because she also wasn't eating. So perfect, win-win. Super Dwarf, okay, 50% Kalatoa, Platinum in there. Sidewinder back there, just one. Empty, empty. All those are empty. That glass one's empty. Alright, and that's pretty much it, okay? That's what I'm working with. Okay, you saw mostly everything. I got the bearded dragon outside, and then saw pretty much everything in here. And that's what we're working with. Mostly dry Marcon. And then I'm actually really digging the dwarf, super dwarf, even the big retic. That I don't want to get fucking massive, so we're gonna keep her feeding to, even though I've already fed her fucking, I enjoy feeding them. So it makes me happy when they eat, so I definitely need to slow her down, especially with the second feeding that I just tossed in there. She's skipping next week for sure, skipping this weekend for sure. So I think that's pretty much it. We could wrap it up there. I kind of just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. I'm not getting rid of everything. I'm actually making everything a whole lot better. And then Charles Manson just happened to come up with the Taiwan Beauties. It was a cash in hand thing. He wasn't for sale. He just made it happen. So that's what it was. And I have another male, so I'll be able to recover from it, and that male will be ready to breed by the time the females are ready to breed. So it kind of works out because Charles Manson would have been fucking huge by the time my females are ready to breed. And if he would have ate one, I would have been pissed. But I would expect nothing less because he's the monster. That's why I named him Charles Manson. Okay, I'm Shmoe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Okay, you can give me a thumbs up if you want to. Oh yeah, go follow me on Instagram. I don't think I got anything else for you guys. Get out of here now. Right, so another cool thing too, I'm having more fun when I'm starting to buy, sell, because when you first get into it, you're so new that you don't really, you just kind of, I've blown so much money previously that you don't see it ever come back. You don't really see it as being like, hey, how do people make money? Are these snakes, how do you buy a snake and really resell it? You could buy a snake and someone could email you, you could box it up and you could send it to them, they could send you the money. People really go about it, and people actually pay money for the snakes, and I started realizing that once I started going after the snakes the way I was, okay? So, and I realized that there are probably a lot more people like me going about trying to get these certain snakes just like I was, and probably even going a lot harder than I was. And I was going pretty fucking hard for what I thought, you know what I mean, being new in the game, and I was able to get everything as quickly as I did. But once I started selling one, or you raise one up that you think you're gonna keep forever because it's your only one, and then you realize, hey, if I were to let this one go and put more of my food towards this one, more of my substrate towards this one, more of my effort towards this one, more of my care into this one, because when you start getting too much stuff, it really gets overwhelming. It's all fun and games at first, and you buy before you know it, things are getting bigger. It's turning into a real bill. You can make money on some, you can lose money on some. I've lost money on selling snakes. I've also made money on selling snakes. I've spent too much on snakes. I've also got snakes for really good deals, okay? Everything's intertwined, so when you hit a really good deal, it's really just making up for previous stuff that you've put in, because realistically you probably put in a lot more than what you're going to get back until you turn into a steady full-time breeding. And if you can do all of this full-time and that's your job, you already made it. So this isn't my full-time job. I'm fucking literally just talking in front of a camera in my room. I happen to sell some snakes, and it's actually getting a little bit easier the more that I'm putting out there, the more that people are seeing me, hitting me up on Instagram, the more I'm doing it, I'm confident doing it, and it's really just, fuck, I've done it fairly enough now to where it's easy. I'm not stressed out doing it. Pretty damn fun. We're making moves. I'm not selling everything. Get out of here now.